Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am Gold Raven and this one is on XP and gold. Now there are multiple locations where you guys can get good XP and class XP and gold. Now in this video I'm going to be covering all three of those. Now these are not going to be in any particular order. I'm just going to kind of throw all of these suggestions I got from multiple players over the last couple months. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Let's get started. So of course, the very first place that I recommend, and this is something that you'd want to do every day because this is a decent amount of gold and XP. Go to the adventure menu and in the daily boss battle, head right there. Make sure you grab the daily boss quest. Now this is going to be giving you some gold and XP based on your level. So this character is level 22. So that's what I'm going to be getting for level 22. At level 31, you're getting a lot more than that. And if you're a lower level, you're going to be getting a lot less than that. The XP that you get from here is pretty good. And when you beat the quest, turn it in. Using the adventure menu again, you're going to want to head to the random dungeon. Now, not all of the random dungeons are good, but some of them give you some pretty good XP. This is one of the maps that gives you some pretty good XP. Next area is the class trainers. Now in here you're going to be talking to the berserker guy and you are going to be grabbing this daily quest right here. This is going to be giving you gold and XP. Now this character is level 23, so you'd be getting a bit more experience in the scaled areas, but let's head to the Trials of Fury. And you're going to see that all these guys are scaled to me. So they're going to be given some good XP and you can drop these things pretty quickly depending on what class you're using, of course. So not only are you getting good XP, but you're clearing them a lot quicker than you normally would in a scaled area. If you want to reset this area, do not kill the boss, simply head back to the class trainers. And then you can simply re-enter the dungeon again. If you're a lower level looking for some XP, then I would suggest heading to the travel crystal in Babylon. And we're looking for, in Greengard, the Livingstone alcove. You can't get there through the travel menu, which is why you have to use the Dragon Rune portal. In here you've got some quests right up here. And you're going to be having the Glowing Depths quests. You're going to have this top quest right here. Now you can pretty much grab as many of these as you want, and you've got the XP here, which isn't very much, but if you turn this in multiple times, you can get a pretty decent amount of XP. But basically grabbing all of these quests would be the ideal thing to do when you're entering the dungeon. Now this dungeon is for level 8 and above, so I would recommend doing this if you're in between 8 and 11. The XP that you get in here is the same as you would get in every other scaled dungeon, so it's good XP. And of course you're going to be getting the items that you need to complete the quests. So you can turn those quests in. Now I didn't complete all the quests. I thought I was going to, but I'm still missing 2 pickaxes, although I did get a little bit more than shovel and lanterns that I need. Next we're going to be heading to the Doomwood forest. In this location, you're going to be running this dungeon right here. Now, this is for level 11 and above, so I would recommend starting this when you get to level 11. You're going to be grabbing 3 quests in this location. You've got this one right here, this one right here, and this one right here. Do not use this one right here, and the reason why is because you need to pick up the loot in order to get this one, so it actually slows down the overall dungeon. Inside this place gives you a decent amount of XP again. Once you've completed the quest, you can turn them in. Now I will mention these quests are based on your level. So me being at level 23, I'm getting this amount of XP and gold. Again, the gold is not worth it, but it's the XP that you'd be going after. When you're turning in multiple quests, this definitely adds up. The next location is Join Skull Tower. You'll be talking to Artix right here. Now there are quests right here, and these are all repeatable quests that you can do. You can see the XP and gold that you're going to be getting, and you can grab every single one of these. Now one of these will be completed every time that you run the dungeon. This one here you could also get as well just by picking up the shadow orbs in the dungeon. And this dungeon is for level 13 and above. Now surprisingly, this dungeon is not scaled, which is nice because it means you can defeat these guys pretty quick. Now these guys do not give you a lot of XP because this dungeon is not scaled. However, if you are level 13, you will be getting some decent XP because if you're level 13, these guys are level 15. There's the shadow orb there that you can grab, which goes to your quest. If you don't plan on using these items for crafting, then you can just sell them and you're getting yourself some decent gold. I wouldn't say it's amazing gold, but I mean, if you're getting a whole lot of these stack up to 999, so you could get 1,000 gold potentially if you just pick them all up. These things here sell for 250, and you're getting these pretty often. Just in 2 dungeon runs, I'm getting 1,000 worth, so it's not bad, especially for a low level. The items in here as well you can sell, which some of them are worth 50, so that's pretty good. The next location is Isle of the Dead. We're not going to be sticking around in this area. We want to head to the Tower of Necromancy. So we've got the level floor 5. This is one of the other locations that's pretty good for XP. Now this is for, I would say, level 15 plus. Now this is another area that has pretty good XP because all these things are so close. Now I will point out these things do hit hard, so you need to be able to drop them fast. If you're using a class that does not have a hard hit, then this place might not be the best place for you. Classes like Warrior or Berserker are amazing here. The next location is the Underworld Gate, but we're not going to be sticking around here. What you would want to do is run the Arena of Souls. Now this is level 20 or above, and in here you get some pretty good XP. Now this place is not scaled, however it does give really good XP, especially if you're level 20. Between level 20 and 25 you're going to be getting a ton of XP here because these characters are level 25. So for my character, you're seeing I'm getting a lot of XP and good gold. That is because of my level. The main reason why this place is so good is because of the quests here. Now you can get some really good XP just from these quests. You also get a ton of gold. Now the thing is, it takes a long time to beat these quests, but while you're farming in this area, you can repeat these quests over and over and accumulate a lot of gold. Now this is one of the ways that I got myself to 10 million gold, was just from farming this area over and over and over. The next location is Heartwood. We're going to be heading over to the Heartwood hunt, so you can talk to this guy right here and then run this dungeon. Now this is a level 7 scaled, so you need to be level 7 plus to do this. Across this bridge right here, you're going to be having these guys right here that you can take out. Now there's 2 of them in this location. These are both scaled above my level, which makes it a tricky fight if you're not running the right class, which I really am not running the right class for this. But as you can see, upon killing them, you are getting some pretty good XP and other stuff. So it's actually worth killing them. However, I do recommend being stacked with potions. The absolute best way of doing this though is with a party, because it's a whole lot easier when you're doing it with more people than just yourself. I'm also going to mention this location here. Now this is for level 24 plus. You've got these quests in here that you're going to have, and you're going to see they've got some pretty good XP that you can get from these quests. Now this is a decent location for XP if you're completing these quests, because they do give you a fair amount. So if you're running in this area doing quests and stuff, then I would recommend grabbing these while you're doing it and turning these in. If you're not sure where that is, it's in the Arcangrove forest, and you're looking for this cabin right here. Next location is in Babylon, heading to the House of Oddities. And you're going to be heading right out the door, and you're going to be heading just over here because you want to run the Babylon Siege. This place can give you some pretty good XP. Now this is a scaled area, so all of the mobs in this area are scaled, which means that they can give you some pretty good XP and gold. Now the waves are constant, which means you're getting constant XP and gold, so this is a pretty decent place for both. But don't forget, this place is only good if you're running it with a full party. Next, we're going to be heading to Lalosia. You're going to want to talk to Captain Rhubarb and head to the pirate cabin. And then you're going to want to run the 3 versus 3 pirate siege. Now this basically sends you into an onslaught of pirates who are trying to destroy your ship. And again, this is best when you're with a full party. These things are scaled to your level, so you are going to be getting some decent XP and gold from them. You're going to get kicked out if there's nobody else in there, and if you're not running with a full party, it's really not much better than the other options I've already showed. Next place, you're going to be heading to Yokai Island, and we're going to be heading to the submarine. And you'd be looking to run the Vengeance Challenge. Now, this is for level 26 plus. And what you want to find is this key right here. Now, it's not going to be in this location. It could be in this location. There's a whole bunch of locations. I can show you a couple of the locations where you might find it, but that is one of the locations. Another location is right down here. You've got a location over here that you might find it. There's a location, I think it's over here or over there, where you can find it as well. Possibly on these, just look basically on any crate. There's also over there you might be able to find it, and over here sitting right there you might find it. There's quite a few locations where you would need to check. Now, it is not a 100% spawn. It's supposed to be, at least I think it's supposed to be, but it definitely is not, because I have done this dungeon multiple times with no key, and we have looked everywhere. And this dungeon is not worth it if you are running it yourself, because it's just takes too long. Got some loot, I grabbed that, and then you've got the treasure chest. Golden doubloon. Now that you got the golden doubloon, you can go over here and talk to No-Eyed Willie, and you've got this quest right here. There's the golden doubloon, and you're going to be getting 2,400 gold. Not to mention a lot of XP, so if you're not level 31, or if you're not the max level, you can get a lot of XP from this as well. So that method is definitely a great gold farm, but again, you need to be with a party to make it profitable. The next location is Darkovia, but we're going to be going to the Dragon Rune portal because you want to go to the castle. In the castle, you'd be heading straight until you get to this room. You're going to be taking a right, and you're heading right down here. You got to go up these steps right here, and you're going to be going across this nightmare of a place. And once you get across, you're going to be running this dungeon right here. Now, this can give you some pretty good gold, but you need to be able to beat it insanely fast. This is for level 24 up. Upon beating it, you're getting some pretty good gold, and you're also going to be getting this thing right here, which you can then sell. Now, you can only hold one of these in your inventory, which means you need to be able to sell this before you run the dungeon again. Now, this can only be done if you have a pet that has a collection. So you could access it by clicking on the pet, going to sell, and then right there. Now, this sells for 1,000 gold. So you combine that with the gold that you got from killing the boss, and you're making a pretty decent amount of profit. You can also sell these if you're not going to be collecting them, and making a little bit extra profit from that as well. Another location is in Greengard. You're going to want to go to Barrow Point, and you'd be running this dungeon just over here, the Barrow Pass. Now, this is for level 5 plus. It's a scaled area, so if you're not a level 31, if you're lower than that, you will be getting some good XP here as well, just for your regular level. And the gold in this area is not crap. The final location is in Doomwood. You're going to want to go to Bone Cliffs. You're going to want to talk to the Nightlock cultist. Now, there are 3 different dungeons with a similar Nightlock cultist, but the dungeon I'd be running is the first one, which is not too far from the entrance. Now, I believe this area is a level 12 plus, but you're going to be having all these repeatable quests that you can do. Now, as you can see, the XP obtained is really good. Now, this is on a level 23 account, but even on a lower account, it's very obvious that these quests are giving you a lot of XP, and all you have to do is just run this dungeon, which is a scaled dungeon. Now the dungeon itself isn't too hard to beat, but again, this would be the best if you are running it with multiple people. But there we go, I hope this information helps you guys out, and I would like to thank the AE Federation for helping me with this information. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in the next one.